But you knew something at this point. You felt something was special.
Yes. Mick and I were almost every other night we'd come back to the rehearsal studio the next day with a song that was either done or mostly done. And now we had those songs that I sang in the studio had my vocal on it. They were sent out to record companies to garner interest. And now we had record companies from the West Coast come to New York to hear us rehearse.
Was that nerve-wracking?
Yes, it was.
But you did it.
We did it. And they all passed on us.
All of them.
All of them. Atlantic Records came with Jerry Greenberg was the president.
Jesus.
John Kolodner.
He came?
Yeah, he was head of A&R. He was the
Passed.
one. They passed. They showed interest, but they said they weren't sure, and they passed. And Jerry Greenberg and the vice president left, and John came back, and he says, you know, your songs are really good. He says, but they're all 6 and 7 minutes long. Nobody plays that kind of songs on the radio anymore. It's 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Let's take this song, which I really like, and let's chop this out. That sounds like filler. And Mick, no 6-minute guitar solos, you know, 35, 40 seconds, and you're back into the song. So we took 2 songs.
What songs?
Feels Like the First Time. And I think, I'm not sure what the other one was, but we systematically did that to about 3 or 4 songs that were 5 or 6 minutes long and made them about 3.5 minutes long.
Changed the game.
Changed the game, brought the Atlantic people back on, and they heard them, and they had contracts in their briefcases.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and then our manager got involved, and we signed with Atlantic.
That is an awesome story. Talk about work ethic and just like everybody passing and saying, "Oh, do this," and you, and as artists, you're probably like, "No, this is the way we want to do it."
Yeah, but what John said about, you know, our songs were 5 and 6 minutes long, and we were used to listening to hit radio from the time the Beatles and the Stones had their first hits. They were sometimes less than 3 minutes,
right?
And they were at the bottom of the fade.
What is your all-time favorite Foreigner song? If you just had to pick one,
I'd say Jukebox Hero.
Jukebox. Oh, I remember listening to that in my parents' attic on the 45 over and over as a little guy, just fixated on that song. I know every lyric to almost every one of your songs, but like Jukebox Hero is one of that's your favorite. And when did you write that one?
I started writing it. My wife and I, from the money that we got from the first couple albums, we bought we were living in an apartment, and we bought a little house in Katona. It was a two bedroom a colonial house on 3/4 of an acre, and it actually had a 2-car garage.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was a cute little place, and we had our first child there, and you know, while I hadn't been playing drums now for a while, but I brought my drums with me and set them up in the basement.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yes, and I bought a TX 4-track recorder, reel to reel.
Right.
And I had a cheesy little used synthesizer. Doom, 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 doom. You know, the beginning of Jukebox, I managed to get that sound out of it.
Wow.
And I had the drum beat, just the basic beat going like the beginning of the song. And I started, just came to me, standing in the rain, you know.
The lyrics just came to you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I had to work at them, but it wasn't difficult work. It kind of wrote itself.
I wanted to play just the intro of it. Will I get sued? Standing in the rain,
with his head hung low, he couldn't get no ticket. It was a sold-out show.
Damn.
Heard the roar of the crowd.
Dude, I mean, that is just epic.